Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. In this video, we will learn about Microsoft Teams integration with Business Central. So, as you can see, I have already opened up Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central Cloud, and the very first thing which we need to do is that if you already hold the license of Business Central, so I'm assuming that you already hold the license of Microsoft 365 as well, which is could be business account or basic account, and any different types of work account which you hold with the Microsoft subscription. So you must own that, right? Afterwards, you have to type here assisted setup, and then there are two setups which we need to run one by one, or you can say that they are integrated with each other, so that afterwards it will be automatically allow you to use Business Central in the Microsoft Teams. Okay, so as you can see from here under this section called do more with Business Central, so there are two setups which we need to run. First is access data with Microsoft 365 license, and then the second one is Teams app centralized deployment. Okay, so let me click on this first, although you can see that I have already configured them all, but let me rerun it. So let's understand what it is saying, that set up access to Business Central with Microsoft 365 license, which means that now we can use our Microsoft 365 license in order to read the data from the Business Central, right? As we know that Microsoft 365 license is different, Business Central license is different, and then we need to understand that in the whole organization people might have this Microsoft 365 license, but general people does not have the license of Business Central. But if they want to read the data, if they want to see the data of the organization, then they cannot, because they do not have the Business Central license. So if they own this, then this setup will allow them to read the data. Okay, choose next, and now configure what can be accessed. Okay, so here it is giving us this option called configure permissions. So when we click on this configure permissions, you can see here that by default this license configuration called Microsoft 365 is available, and out of the box you will get one permission set which is called login access. That means the people who have the Microsoft 365 license with them and they want to read the data, obviously they need to log in first, and then this Dynamics 365 read, which means that they can read the data as well, right? If you want to do some bit of changes in it, you can do that. However, I don't think so that you need to make any changes out of the box inside it. So you can define the users as well if you want here, and you can directly open the admin center, which I will show you. Like for example, if I click here first, but let me close this and click on next, and now enable access is already enabled for this environment in Business Central Admin Center. Otherwise it is giving me the button as well to go to Admin Center. So what I want to show you up here, that because I'm configuring this in this US environment, so when you open the Admin Center in this US environment, you will see this option called access with Microsoft 365 license. Initially, before you ran this setup, you will find the value here as off. Okay, but afterwards when you completed with that setup, you will it will change the value from off to on, which means that now this environment of Business Central is accessible for the people who have the license of Microsoft 365. Okay, now click on next. Okay, so now what they're saying, that choose who gets the access. The environment does not have a security group assigned. Anyone with a Microsoft 365 license within your organization can access records shared with them. To restrict who gets access, you must assign the security group thing. So basically I have already created few videos for the security group concept. You can watch them. Security group, if you define here, then you can define the set of people only whom you want to give this access. Otherwise, every user of your organization who holds this license, they will be able to access the data. Let me click skip at the moment. Now, as you can see, set up access with Microsoft 365 license. It is also giving me the option to deploy the Business Central app for Teams, and I can, if I want, I can go to the guided deployment, which means nothing, but if I click this button, it will open this setup for me. Okay, so click on this, and now you will see that Teams app centralized deployment, which is this assisted setup. Okay, now I will deploy the Microsoft Teams app as a centralized deployment for all the complete users under my organization. Okay, click on next, and now it is giving me the set of steps which I need to follow in the Teams admin center. So it is giving me the link as well. I just have to click on it, and it will open the Teams admin center, and it will go directly to the setup policies sections under this Teams app. Okay, under this Teams app section, setup policy section is there. Now you will see that there are two setup policies options are showing up. One is for the global, which means organization wide default or first line worker. These are, I have not set them up. They are by default available for me or for you as well, for the global administrator who can access the admin centers. Okay, so I will open this global because I want to assign or install this Teams app for the whole organization. Click on this, and here installed app section is there. So you just have to click on add apps and search here Business Central. So when you search here Business Central, you will find this app, which obviously you select it up and click on add, which will add this app like this, which is currently showing up for me, right? So in this way, what will happen, that this app will be a part of the whole organization. By default, it is installed in every Teams account, and now it depends on the user who wants to use them. Okay, so this is about it. Now let's go back to the setup. Okay, choose add apps. It is giving you the steps as well. You just have to follow one by one each step, then click on next. If you completed the previous step, you are done. It can take up to 24 hours for the app to roll out to the users you selected, which means that the app which I installed, okay, and if I have selected a few particular users only, then it will take some bit of up to 24 hours. You can see here up to 24. It's not something that will take a complete one day, but it depends. Okay, now click on continue with setup and click on next, and that's it. Okay, so now I am done with both the setups, which means that this Business Central USA environment, sandbox environment, is a part of my Teams. And if I want to open the Teams, I can open it up, and then you will be able to see that this option is available for us. Now let's understand step by step in the Microsoft Teams where we should go and how we can use the Business Central in the Teams. So very first thing is that you need to click on this apps, and you will find that added by your organization, under this section this Business Central app is available, which means, because as in the Business Central screen in the Teams admin center which I showed you up, we have installed the app Business Central for the whole organization globally. That's why it is by default installed for me. I am not installed personally. If you want to install personally, then you can search here Business Central app, and then you have to install it manually. But generally the people admin center who have the access of admin center, the global administrator, used to do for us, and that's why this app is available for me. If I want to open it up, now you can see here that it is giving me the option that I need to select a channel in which I want to add this app, right? I can either select it up here, or you can go back to the chat, and you can see here that I have created one Teams channel as well and one chat group as well. So let's say if you want to add the Business Central app for your chat, for your channel, then you can also do the same through this option. Like, you have to click it up here, select the Business Central. Now not sure, because it's I've already added it up, maybe that's why, on don't know why it's not showing, but okay, it's still loading. Yeah, so now you can see here that initially first option is that I can see my environment and the company against which I want to see the data, I want to play with the data of Business Central in the Teams, right? I can select that, but because I set it up for the same environment only, that's why by default it is selected. Now for the tab content means that the by default it is giving me the option to select customer, vendor, items, bank accounts and chart of accounts. If I select items, click on save, so you will see here that it will add the links of customer page, vendor page, item page, chart of account page directly as a tab in your channel, so that you don't have to search anything, type anything. By default it will be available here in the Teams, right? I can click on, right now it opens the items. If I click on this tab customer, it will open the customer list page for me. Very simple, right? So this is the first thing which we can do. Now let's go back to the post, and now you will see that it by default it is adding the options. Now let's go back to the chat section. Here also you can do the same stuff, like I have added the customers tab here. If I want, I can again go back. Got it. I can click on plus, and then I can select the Business Central app again, and if I want to add any other tab I can always do so. Okay, second thing is that after adding the Business Central app in the business in the Teams, another thing which we can do is that if you go to the search here, and then you can just type Business Central, and you will see that now you can search the contacts, the customer, the vendors, the items here, whatever you want to search in the Teams only, and it will go to the, it will search your string into the Business Central, right? So for example, if I search this customer name, so it is showing me, right? I can select this up, and if I want to see the details I can click on it, and it will open the customer card for me directly into the Teams. No need to go and open the Business Central. Okay, so you can see everything depending on. Okay, now if you want, let's say I want to search for conference, it's not, because it's not a contact, so let me say Fabricam. Okay, it's showing up here, it's as a vendor, but like if I want to see the details, because it's a vendor, so again you will see that it's a contact available, that it has purchase order available, cover sheet available, so it's showing up for me as well here up. Another thing which I can show you up, that if I select this and copy this time. Okay, now now if I paste this thing, so it is showing me up in this card form, not something like in a link form or anything. Okay, so that is super cool. Like a very crisp, short and crisp information user can directly see from the card only, and they want to if see the complete details out of it, they can click on details button and get to see the complete details right into the Teams channel. Third thing which I find very useful is that, for example, if you want to share the data of Business Central to the teams, then let's say if I open this up and click on this share to teams, so you can see here that it is giving me the options in which I have added my app. I have added my app in this channel and in this chat. So let's say if I select my chat, so it is first of all generating a link, but it is also giving me this option of show preview. So if I select this, so it again changed this link into this card form with this details button. And now if I share, that's it. I can go back to my chat, and now along with the link, a card is also showing me with the complete information about of item, that what is the item description, number, what is the quantity in hand, unit price, base unit of measure, and further details I can see by clicking on the details button. So that is something which is easily available for you, and no need for the people to who generally do not have the access, right? See, I have the access, I have the license of both Microsoft 365 plus Business Central, so that's why it is allowing me to go for edit as well. But since if you do not have the license of Business Central, then this edit option will not show up for you, but the rest of the things is quite similar which I showed you up. You can very well read the data of item, customer, vendor, contacts, everything, and sharing the data of Business Central into the teams uh, with your chat groups or any particular Teams channel is super easy now. So that is what I wanted to share in today's video. I hope you understood the concept of how to configure this thing, and you will now if not utilizing this feature already, then start utilizing this feature into your whole organization. So that's it in the today's video. If you like it, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.